Good evening, sports fans! Crobat for the win of the Token Minorities here today with GBA D-League Season 4, Week 3. This one's against OP Jellicent, the Toronto Leaf Storms. Now, certainly, it's an interesting match because we won last week. We did, and it was a great win for us. I'm so happy, but we need to keep that going. I'd rather see us be 2-1, so we need this one today badly. Very badly, believe me. So you guys know my team of Jamokes from the Team Builder. Why don't I just do a quick refresh? It's Tornadus, Weavile, Drampa, the Goat. Drampa the Goat, alright? Just keep that one in mind. Jolteon, Marowak Alolan, and Silvally Normal. Just as a reminder, just because maybe if you didn't see the Team Builder, that's a Choice Scarf Silvally Normal. It's a pretty crazy set, I know. I recommend you go watch that Team Builder. So, my opponent is bringing the Registeel, the Hoopa-U, the Manaphy, the Florges, the Pyroar, and the Kyurem. Now this is pretty much what I expected. I expected the Registeel and Florges core. I knew Hoopa was going to come. I was pretty sure Kyurem was going to come. Manaphy I was pretty darn sure was going to come as well. I mean, it had a pretty good matchup. The only wild card I'd say is Pyroar, and just by looking at his team, it looks like it's going to be Scarfed. I just, right off the team preview, was pretty sure it was going to be Scarfed. Hoopa, to me, might have been Scarfed, possibly. We'll see during the game, of course, but that was my thought process entering this game. Obviously, we know what Registeel does, we know what Florges does, it could be a Defogger or a Wish Passer, so I still have Taunt to shut that down with Tornadus. We know that Kyurem could be Life Orb, it could even be Specs. I don't see it as being Scarf, but I guess it's possible, sure. I just feel like the way his team is composed, Pyro is most likely to be Scarf. That said, though, I like this matchup a lot. I've prepared for all of these mons, except maybe a little bit Pyroar. I mean, Drampa covers Pyroar, though, so it really doesn't matter. And Drampa covers Pyroar extremely well. I'm just about ready to jump into this game, but just want to leave a couple reminders. First of all, we have a question of the day, and I want to know, what is your favorite low-tier Pokemon? You can leave that up for interpretation. If you like, are you low-tier? Go ahead, tell me what your favorite of that is. If you like NU, tell me what your favorite NU is. Whatever works for you. And of course, I wanted to leave you a reminder that we now have LA Nidokings merch. There are t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, all kinds of stuff, and the Redbubble link in the description. We also just have a general TTM store. In addition to Pokemon designs, we've got designs from Drake and Josh, The Office. It's pretty neat, so if you're interested, feel free to go check that out. Now, why don't we jump right into this game? Alrighty, so my dominant strategy is of course to lead with Tornadus because I can U-turn, I can taunt if he decides to lead with Registeel. I get so many options, and actually I get the exact matchup I wanted. I know Registeel can't do anything to Tornadus whatsoever, so I am going to get the easiest taunt of my life turn 1, and maybe he predicts that. Maybe he's going to go for an Ice Punch and surprise me. Nope, Stealth Rock.
Touchdown, and then you pump your fist like that.
Thank goodness we got that prediction right. That was definitely a big one to start this game. So he's going to switch out. He has nothing to hit Tornadus Therian. He decides to switch into Florges as I opt to U-turn. It was really the most obvious play. I can't do much to Registeel. It really was just shutting it down with Taunt. So my U-turn allows me to go into my Alolan Marowak, which can set up Stealth Rocks, prevent this thing from defogging by offensive pressure. Really nothing wants to take a Flare Blitz here. And I learned he does not have HP Ground. Thank goodness he has Psychic. Then he gets a special defense drop, and that's going to be painful. I can set up my rocks, so that's good, but I'm not going to take this next attack nearly as well. Given that Alolan Marowak has no recovery, this is going to be a little bit tougher now. I decide to stay in because I know I can take another Psychic at least reasonably well, and I can use Pain Split to help me out here. I go for the Shadow Bone, which is going to do big damage to this thing. I'm going to do about half now. It's still not the best position right now, because if that thing has Defog, he definitely could use it. It is fathomable. Now, I want to keep this thing around, particularly for Registeel, so I'm going to go back into Tornadus Therian and try to taunt it, maybe, and at least do something. I know I can take a Psychic, and I'm hoping that I can get a Pain Split off of the Alolan Marowak later. It's kind of the game plan here, and I can see based on that Psychic damage, he is definitely offensive. I just do not want to Defog, though. I don't want him to Defog. He cannot Defog here, so I'm going to taunt him. It's going to be unfortunate as I'm going to take a Moonblast, which is going to do quite a lot of damage, but thank God we got the nice regen core, Tornadus with that powerful regen. helps so much here. I get to U-turn to get just a little more chip damage off in this thing. It really does nothing, so it really doesn't matter all that much. We're going to go back into Jolteon. Actually, we never went into Jolteon in the first place, but here it is for the first time in this game. Gonna take a Moonblast now. I EV'd this Mon to deal with the Florges relatively well, so that Moonblast is a 3-hit KO, and it is. So we've got a good option here to just chip it down just a little further. So we're gonna Volt Switch. We're gonna easily Volt Switch here. We are gonna go out into my Silvally. Now Silvally this week is normal type. It's the Choice Scarf one. My goal would be to hopefully go for the Parting Shot. I'm not a fan of taking the Moonblast, but I know it's a 3-hit KO even with the Naive Nature. I want to Parting Shot of this, and if I Parting Shot of this, then I know I can take another attack pretty easily with Alolan Marowak, and I can probably Pain Split. I actually don't want this thing's health to go down anymore, so I can get tons of health back with Pain Split. That's what I'm going to do right here. I'm going to go into my Alolan Marowak knowing I can take a Psychic easily now after the Parting Shot. He goes for Moonblast. Perfect. I can take that easily. I know I can take a Psychic easily as well at this point, now that he's at -1. Thank goodness. I think I found out after the match he was Calm Mind, so thank goodness we never gave him a chance to set up. So he does Psychic here. We live on 10. Thank God. Oh yes! Pain Split. Gonna get a good amount of health back, and now this thing can't do anything to me whatsoever. This is the freest Flare Blitz of my life. Something is going down here, so he's gonna Moonblast. I'm guessing predicting a switch, maybe. It also really doesn't do that much less than Psychic at -1, so sure, it works. I go for the Shadow Bone though. A reason why is in case Manaphy existed. It was a free Shadow Bone. Easy KO. Florges is down, and thank God for that, because that was annoying as all heck. Especially with the Registeel still alive. Those two formed a great defensive core that was very hard to break, and now part 1 of it is broken. Now I'm going to switch into the GOAT, Drampa, on Manaphy. He's going to Surf. Really, Drampa? Really? You think you can take that? Yeah, you absolutely can take that. It was the easiest attack to take of your life. Alright, Drampa is the GOAT sitting there. He is going to go for a big Hyper Voice, because I didn't want to go for an Energy Ball there. I knew he wasn't going to stay in, and I also knew Hyper Voice would do just a little more to Registeel. It was kind of my middle ground play. I don't think he was going to switch into anything but Registeel, but there was no harm in doing it, because guess what? I knew I would bait him into setting up rocks, and when he sets up rocks, I go into this thing for free. I go into Alolan Marowak free. And that's exactly what happens. Now I get a free Flare Blitz off, free Pain Split. I go for the Pain Split, and this was unbelievable. He counters on my Pain Split.
By not specifying, and the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Portland.
I'm definitely just in utter shock after that. I just wanted to get some health back. I was really hoping that he didn't have Earthquake. I thought maybe he'd have Earthquake there, but he did not, and he tried to counter. I just got free health back, and I'm so happy there. That was an awesome play, awesome for sure, and we get to take out the Registeel with Flare Blitz. So Alolan Marowak's first game on the team, putting in so much work here. Now, here's the Kyurem. It's going to get 25% off, chipped off due to rocks, which is nice, which means my low kick from Weavile should be a KO no matter what this thing's bulk is. I'm going to let him take down Alolan Marowak because I can't afford to play around anymore. Alolan Marowak did its job. It took out those 2 big threats. The defensive core is gone on his team. So I go to Weavile, free attack right here. I'm going to go for that big low kick. I could have faked out first, but it was unnecessary. In the event he switched out, fake out would have done nothing. So he's actually Chople, and good prep on his part with that, for sure, because I can't take it out. And Weavile's going to not go down because he goes for Earth Power, and I'm not sure why, but it works out for me because I can take out the Kyurem on the second low kick. Thank goodness. And even if for some reason he switched to Hoopa, then really we're still in pretty good business because right afterwards I can Ice Shard for the KO. And here's that Hoopa now. Since Weavile can't survive a Rocks entry, I know I have to sack it off here. I can actually gain valuable information, and that's exactly what I did. We learned this is a Scarf Hoopa, and because of that, we know Scarf Silvally U-turn will absolutely outspeed, and especially with the minus defense, will absolutely take it out. And even if he switches into something else right now, not a big deal. I got Drampa. Drampa the GOAT can take on Manaphy and Pyroar, so I'm going for that big U-turn. It takes it down all the way to 0. Yes!
2:31, 30 seconds to go. I believe Marino is saying I'm going to spike it.
But the kick was never needed.
He's looking. He throws. Touchdown!
That was unbelievable. A Scarf Silvally unexpectedly KO'd a Scarf Hoopa. He didn't expect it. He, I think, said he thought it was Silvally Electric because it was shiny. It kind of looked like it, I think, if I recall. I can't believe it, though. I get a free switch to Drampa here as he's just going to Tail Glow, and that's really fine. I can go for the big energy ball. Now, I'm not in Berserk range, so this is not going to KO, but definitely it's big boy damage range. We are in good shape. I'm going to switch Drampa out because I don't want to take a big hit. I would rather see Tornadus take the hit here because Tornadus can't do too much if that Pyro is Scarved, so it works out better that way. And plus I got a Jolteon I can switch into right here for that free Volt switch. This was strategic, taking Tornadus down. We don't really need it. We just need Drampa healthy. That's the key right here. Now, I know even if he's Wakanberry, Volt switch at that low of health, thanks to Drampa. Drampa, the freaking goat, it's going to do pretty much the rest of his team. It is going to take out Pyroar easily, and that's also going to take out the Manaphy with Volt switch. Now, here we go. The monster's coming back.
I am strong! 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 My armor is like tenfold shields. My teeth are like swords. My claws spears. The shock of my tail are thunderbolts. In your face! Revenge? You! Ha! 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 Ha!
And that is how we do it, folks. Drampa saved the game. People told me he couldn't do it. No. Drampa is the GOAT, and Drampa saved the game. Now, pitcher, if I didn't have Drampa there, he was Scarfed Pyroar. Scarfed Pyroar would have dealt with the rest of my team easily. I was at low health with Jolteon, or around half health. My other Mons were at lower health as well. Silvally was pretty low. Like, we had a lot there, and he outsped Silvally because he was naturally faster. Drampa, we owe you the game today. Have the close second is Alolan Marowak, who had an impressive first performance. I'm so thrilled with this game. GG OP Jellison. Good luck to you the rest of the season. And now, let's get back to SportsCenter, where we got a post-game interview with Drampa and Coach Danza's post-game speech. Drampa, so people thought you never would be able to win a game, take big hits, or do anything for this team at all. You were clearly an underdog going into this season. Do you have any specific comments addressing those haters? I see. So Drampa, this is a big game you saved today. Do you have anyone that you want to thank for this big accomplishment? That's all I had for questions. Have a good day, my good friend. Next up on SportsCenter, we got TTM Danza's post-game speech. This is it, friends. This is it. This is why we play the game of Pokemon. This is why. We had several MVP caliber performances this week. Let's look at Alolan Marowak. Amazing job of taking out both of my opponent's walls. Both of them. And keeping Stealth Rocks up, by the way. Okay? And then we got a GOAT like Drampa. Drampa the frickin' GOAT! He is the greatest of all time. He will not fail. He showed that today. I could not be more proud of the guy. I could not be more proud. Taking hits from Manaphy, scaring it away, hitting it with an energy ball, and saving the day against that Pyroar. You don't think that Pyroar would have run through my team without Drampa there? Yeah, it would have. Guess what? Drampa saved the day. I proved the haters wrong. Drampa proved the haters wrong. My team proved the haters wrong. We're 2-1 plus 4. We're in the top right now. We're at the top caliber. We're going to keep it up going to next week. We'll see you guys then. Now that's all for this edition of SportsCenter. Don't forget to answer the question of the day, which is, what is your favorite low-tier Pokemon? Obviously, my new favorite is now Drampa. Goes without saying. Drampa's the GOAT. Greatest of all time. Anyway, guys, I look forward to seeing you all next week on SportsCenter because we've got a game against Iron Flash Gaming, Zaza, the Detroit Butterfrees. We're looking forward to it. See you guys then.